Yo, what's up everyone? I'm here with another Battleground showcase, and this one is for the newly buffed NightCrawler. This is the first ever match I had with him here, this Hulkling is. I did mess around with him a bit in Realm of Legends of course, but this is the first Battlegrounds match I had with him at least. So I'm not building up the prowess straight away. I'm just building it naturally through dexing his L1 and dexing his L2. And I did try building up his prowess like you build up Starkey's poise, and I find that's just a bit slower than playing normally and just building up the prowess by dexing special attacks. Because a lot of his damage doesn't even come from the special attacks, a lot of his damage actually comes from the instant bleed. And that's why Max Sig is important for him, and that's why the 6-star Ascended will be a lot better than a rank 2 7-star. Because if NightCrawler is Max Sig, his instant bleeds are 3 times more potent. And you'll see in this video that a lot of his damage actually comes from the instant bleeds and not just the special attacks. And you see that SB1 dex I just did against Nick, that wasn't hard. Like, I was literally just dashing back. I didn't practice that at all. But you do definitely want to go for that SB1 dex in this matchup because it lets you ramp up like straight away. He's actually one of the fastest Nick counters. Look at that massive L2. That was about 100k. And look, there we go, ascending Nick down in 52 seconds. That's crazy. Also, another reason why you would want NightCrawler to be duped is because it makes him a much better defender. Because if he's not duped, champs that reduce ability accuracy will be able to take him pretty easily. Like Crossbones and AA. And they're pretty common in people's decks. But if he's duped, then only tech champions will be able to do that. And not many tech champions can actually counter evade apart from like Silver Centurion, and I don't think he's in anybody's deck, to be honest. True accuracy will still counter him, but there's not many champions in people's decks that actually have true accuracy, so that doesn't matter much. That was a rank 3 Chavez, by the way, down in 43 seconds, like it's nothing. Was dexing them L2s easily. Like, I had no practice, I was literally just dashing back. He's a very easy champion to play, which is also nice. Here you can see I did actually build some prowess at first, and against champs that have no specials that you want to dex, you do want to build up a few prowess for sure, but you don't want to waste your time building to max, in my opinion. And this is a rank 5 ascended Jessica going down in like under 40 seconds. 37 seconds. That's crazy. The best way I've found to play him is mostly spam SB1s, but if you're against a larger health pool like Sasquatch, you do want to go for an SB2. But he's pretty versatile. Anyone who bleeds, he can nuke, pretty much. I did try him against Bullseye, and I was taking a lot of damage versus Bullseye, though, just because even if you dex his special one, you still take a lot of bleed damage, and you take a lot of bleed damage ramping up the prowess, so he's not the best Bullseye counter. But other than that, any champ that bleeds, he can take very, very well. He's not very fast against bleed immune champs though, but he's a very good defender in my opinion as well, so that makes up for him not working against bleed immune champs. But yeah, look at this massive Sasquatch going down with ease. Let's see how fast that was. Under a minute. And now we've got a Weapon X, who he's actually pretty good for, because Weapon X is obviously not going to regen that instant bleed damage what he does, and a lot of the damage comes from instant bleeds. Do I think NightCrawler is a must-have for everyone's deck? No, but I think he's a very good addition to anyone's deck. He's a really good two-way champion that's easy to play. So I do think he's worth ranking and ascending, especially because you won't get the 7-star for 3 months, and he needs high 6, so he will not be that good on attack for a while. Look at that massive SP2 just wiping out that Weapon X. Plenty of overkill on that. Now we've got rank 2 Killmonger, who he's a pretty good counter for. You do have to watch out for his reverberation and make sure you trigger it when he's at low power so you don't get absolutely nuked by the reverb. But yeah, solid counter. He can do Killmonger in under a minute. Next up we got Storm X, who is a solid counter for because obviously your deck's in a lot against Storm X and his special attacks do decent damage, so even if she glances you a lot, you'll still take her down pretty fast. Oh, if anyone is wondering what the best relic is for NightCrawler, it's the Gambit relic for sure, because that will just make it more likely that he crits on his special attacks, and that's pretty nice for him. Next we got a Gallon, who's a lot more scary this meta because the extra fury buffs he gains, it makes him go into harvest really fast. But NightCrawler doesn't have much trouble with it, and I'm easily able to dex them L1s thanks to NightCrawler's dexing ability. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, NightCrawler easily lets me evade them SB1s, so no block damage either. Next we got a future Ant-Man, and armor ups buffs do reduce the potency of NightCrawler's instant bleed, but you can play against Fam in a way where he doesn't gain any armors as long as you're intercepting a lot. So yeah, if you're doing that, he's actually very good for Fam because he takes him pretty fast. Fam's Sig ability, where he reduces the duration of bleed debuffs, doesn't matter here because I don't have bleed debuffs. We do instant bleeds, so yeah, he can easily take champs that reduce bleed duration. He just isn't great against bleed immunes or champs that reduce bleed potency. Of course, he is great for all the shruggers like Zemo, like Kingpin. Nukes them very fast. And even though Abs goes bleed immune in his, I think it's Uru form, as long as you knock him out of that, NightCrawler can take him pretty well. So NightCrawler can dex photon special attacks in blue light form, but he's not a great counter for her in BGs anyway. It's very safe, but it's just too slow. Other places like War maybe, or EQ or something where you don't have to worry about time. Yeah, Nightcrawler will be a great photon counter, but he's just too slow in Battlegrounds because of the bleed immunity and inequity. He is very safe, so I mean, if he's your only option, he can do it, but it's probably going to lose you most matches unless you've trapped someone. You can go up to an SP3 against bleed immune champs, but the animation is pretty long and the incinerate only lasts, I think it is 20 seconds, and I did try it against Photon and it was literally slower than this fight. So yeah, he just isn't great against bleed immune champs, but any champ that can bleed or takes bleed damage, he absolutely melts. And again, great defender, so I do really think he is worth ranking and ascending. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a like and comment and sub and all of that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Let me know who you want a Battlegrounds showcase on next.